Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. It is still Follow Sketch February. Today is February 26th, and this is going to be today's sketch. It is by Susan Stringfellow for Sketch Savvy. It has two photos, some excitement going on up at the top, place for journaling, and a big old title down here. Now, if you guys were with me for Whiny Wednesday Live, you know that I had started out with this paper and messed up. Didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, was running my mouth, not paying attention, didn't like it, and I said, I'll throw this off to the side and I'll use it later. So here's the moment where I'm using it later. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so here is that layout with the messed up paint, and I have just pulled out some papers and I'm just gonna have a go. So I am tearing the edges of these papers, not because there are any torn edges in the sketch, but because I want torn edges on my papers. And we have to remember that even though a sketch might have solid, rigid lines, you don't have to follow that, right? Like, you could have torn all these edges, you could have distressed all of these edges, you could have punched out shapes on all of the edges. You could do whatever you wanted. Now, I have a scrappy confession. I made myself a cup of coffee, and I was having that coffee, and then I started to do voiceovers, and the voiceovers kept going and the coffee drinking did not happen. So my coffee is a little bit cold, so I am heating it up. Now, I am not a proponent of heating up your coffee in the microwave on a regular basis, because usually I drink my coffee fast enough where I don't have to, but the voiceovers happened and the coffee drinking didn't. So that is happening right now. And yes, I'm doing it while I'm doing a voiceover. So I never claimed that my videos would be free of talking, singing, video games, TV, music, and now the microwave, because that's how I roll. So as you can see, as I've been waxing poetic about my coffee warming up, you can see that I have layered my two photos over top of the paper layers that I have created. And now I'm creating that floral cluster in basically the center of the layout. Now, where that circle is, I did go ahead and put a doily. So this is a fabric doily. I think it might be the last one that I have in this color, which is always a little sad and a little happy, right? Like, I'm like, yes, I'm using up more stash. I get to buy more, which is exciting because I need to find, hopefully there will be some fun stores to shop at in the Seattle area, since that's where we're moving. So fingers crossed. And if you know of any great stores in that area, let me know. That would be great. So I layered up some bits of florals over top of that brown leafy thing and just placed it there. And I love it, right? Like, I love it. And that's what matters, is that I love my layouts. Doesn't really matter if anybody else loves them. Only matters if I enjoy my layouts, because I scrapbook for me. I know that that makes some people really mad when I say that, which really doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get mad at people that say, well, I scrapbook for the future generations. Like, I don't get mad. I'm like, well, why aren't you scrapbooking for yourself? Why aren't you, where is your joy? Why aren't you doing this for you? Like, I don't get offended and mad for the reasons other people scrapbook, so it floors me when people get mad about the reason why I scrapbook. Like, I do it for me, right? Like, I do it for me and my memories to look back and to just enjoy things. I mean, I scrapbook Disney trash cans. That isn't for the masses. That isn't for the generations to come. That is for my enjoyment, because I love Disney trash cans. And I haven't scrapbooked a Disney trash can in a while. And now I've talked about it a couple times on these voiceovers that I've been doing. So probably should shut up about the Disney trash cans until I actually scrapbook Disney trash cans. Anyway, This is a photo of me and a scenery photo at the Las Positas winery. So 2 years ago now, I think, Christopher took me on a wine trolley tour of some of the wineries in Livermore, California, and we had an epic fun time. It was just gorgeous weather. It was on our anniversary, so it was early September, and we just had a fun time, right? Like we just enjoyed it. We were not and are still not wine connoisseurs, and we had such fun watching people that either really did know what they were doing or tried to act like they knew what they were doing. Like when we go to wineries, I'll smell the wine and I'll sip the wine, but I don't like hold it up to the light. I don't swirl it. I don't like do a mad magic dance with it. Like I just don't do that. So anyway, yeah, we always talk about the wineries that we went to on the wine trolley tour. We went to 3, so there was 3. Las Positas, Kincannon, and Garay. Garay. I think it's actually Garay, but we call it Garay. And I ended up joining Kincannon during the wine trolley thing. We joined Garay later and never joined Las Positas. We always talk about Las Positas and how beautiful their setup was. Their presentation for the wine and the little bits was by far the best. Like their aesthetic was just gorgeous. But my favorite wines were at Kincannon, so that's why we ended up joining there. Okay, anyway, I'm adding bits on to the sketch that really aren't there. So I added a little heart and label with some banners. I added a book plate and a ribbon and some hearts up at the top there. And basically, I've taken the bones of the sketch, I've used what I've liked, and now I am just trying out and figuring out what else I want to add to my layout until I feel comfortable with the level of decoration that is on it. Now, there will not be any journaling on this layout except for the name of the winery, and that is because this was a anniversary wine trolley tour, so I have multiple photos at each winery. I have photos of the trolley. Like this will be a whole section in the album, so I really don't need to put journaling on every single layout. And that's my philosophy. I used to put as many photos and as much journaling as I could on a layout because that was it. Like it was getting a 2-page spread and that was it. But now I don't feel that confined. I just scrapbook whatever I want and put the journaling wherever it fits. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thanks so much for watching. Join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group so you can get all the Follow a Sketch February sketches. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.